Every time I start to record a video, my dog lays literally like right here. Are you someone that really wants to get a tattoo, but the thought of regretting that tattoo is holding you back from actually getting one? Well, if so, you're definitely gonna wanna stick around because in this video, we're gonna be talking about 5 awesome tattoos that you can get that you will never regret. Trust me, I'm pretty confident that if you were to pick any one of these tattoos from this list, that you'll not only end up with a tattoo that you love, but also one that you'll never end up regretting. So you're definitely going to want to stick around. But if this is our first time meeting, hi, my name's Mike. Welcome to EvolveINK. On this channel, we talk all things tattoo related. So if you plan on getting a tattoo or you just love tattoos in general, be sure to subscribe. Now, I first want to start off this video by saying that no matter what tattoo you decide to pick, whether it's one that you come up with or one from this video, there is always a chance that you will regret that tattoo later on. Whether that's immediately after you get that tattoo done or 5, 10, 20 years down the line. You see, as we get older, people change. The things that we like now might not be the same things we like later on in life. So what I'm trying to say is, even if you sat on the idea, you did your research on what design you wanted to get, and you found the tattoo artist that you really wanted to tattoo you, there's always that slight chance you can regret the tattoo that you get. I just wanted to add that in. Now, with that being said, from doing research for this video and adding some of my own opinions onto this list, I truly think that if you were to pick any one of these tattoos we're about to go over, you will never regret any one of them. Now, the first tattoo that I want to talk about that you will not regret, and is personally one of my favorite kinds of tattoos, and that is memorial tattoos. This is where somebody decides to get either a portrait of a special someone in their lives or something that reminds you of that person tattooed on their body. It pays tribute to that individual, and that's the reason why you get the tattoo. Now, you could pay tribute to somebody that is either still alive or that has passed away. You could get something that commemorates your parents, your pets, your grandparents, anybody that holds a special place in your heart, you could pay tribute to through this type of tattoo. Now, these types of tattoos are most commonly done in like a portrait style, but you could also get something that reminds you of that person. So for example, say your mom absolutely loves butterflies and you want to get a tattoo that pay tribute to her. Well, then maybe you would get a tattoo of a butterfly. And the same thing goes for a pet. Maybe you want to get a tattoo of their favorite toys somewhere on your body. Pretty much anything that reminds you of the person you're trying to pay tribute to. Now, I will say, if you want to get a portrait style done, please, for the love of God, find a good quality tattoo artist. Having a good quality tattoo artist will either make or break that portrait. You could either walk away with a beautifully done portrait that looks identical to the picture that you sent them, or you could end up with a really crappy portrait that doesn't look anything like the person you're trying to pay tribute to. Those horrible portrait tattoos are literally the worst, and it does the exact opposite of what you got them for. So please do yourself a favor and do your research. And also, I see a lot of people get other people's names tattooed on their body. Now, I'm not personally a big fan of this. Instead, I recommend what we just touched on a second ago, where you get something that reminds you of that person. Now, me on my body, for example, I decided to get a picture of a dire wolf that reminds me of my childhood dog that unfortunately passed away. When I was growing up, my parents always used to say that my dog was a wolf, and me being young at the time, I believed them. So what I decided to do was to get a wolf tattoo on my body, so it feels like he's always with me, and it's something that I could always remember him by. I have other tattoos on my body that pay tribute to other people that are special in my life. And with that said, I know those tattoos, I'll never regret them for that reason. I feel like when you get a memorial tattoo, it just links that person with the art on your body. And it's one of those things that whenever you look at that tattoo, it will remind you of that person, and it should just bring you joy. Therefore, you'll never regret it. The second tattoo that you could get that you will never regret is what I like to call nostalgic tattoos. So what does it mean to get a nostalgic tattoo? Well, let me ask you this. Do you have something that when you think about it, you feel that nostalgic feeling? Like maybe when you were younger, you traveled for a family vacation that you did every year to like a log cabin, or maybe when that old cartoon that you used to watch growing up comes on, you get that like, that fuzzy feeling. Well, that nostalgic memory that you have can lead to a perfect tattoo that you will not regret. Now, for example, my Dragon Ball sleeve. The reason why I got this sleeve done was because when I was younger, this show was one of my most favorite shows of all time, and as a kid, it really helped helped me escape from reality. Now, whenever I see a picture of the show or the show's on, it gives me that nostalgic feeling and just brings me happiness. This could be the same when getting a tattoo. Just like we talked about earlier with the memorial tattoos, a nostalgic tattoo, when you get that on your body, it could remind you of happier, simpler times. This type of tattoo is especially good for somebody that is looking to get their first tattoo. Sit down and think of all of those memories that you may have that give you that warm, fuzzy, nostalgic feeling. Then try to put it into an art form, or maybe just take it to your tattoo artist and, give him the memory that you have. He'll be able to come up with a design, and I guarantee you won't regret that sucker. Now, this next tattoo, I personally think nobody in their right mind would get and then regret. And that type of tattoo is something that reminds you of your kids. Now, I don't have any little Mikes running around yet, but when I do have kids, I know I'm gonna get a tattoo dedicated to them. If you are someone that wants to get this done, just like we talked about earlier, make sure you find a quality tattoo artist. You could go and either get a portrait of your kids, their names maybe, or just something that reminds you of them. Like, for example, my sister, she has a tattoo on her shoulder of a flower and 3 birds. The 3 birds are supposed to represent her kids, and the flower is supposed to represent herself. She got the tattoo to remind her of her kids, but also to show that they will always have shelter from their mother. Another example is from a family friend that I know. He has a pack of wolves going across his chest, him being the wolf and each one of the pups to represent one of his children. Another way that you could go about getting a tattoo that reminds you of your kids is either by getting, like, say, their favorite toy when they were growing up, or maybe get a tattoo of their favorite hobby. Now, this is perfect for someone that doesn't want to go the portrait route. You can always look down at that tattoo and feel like your kids are with you wherever you go. I truly believe that if you go and get this type of tattoo done, that it's safe to say you will never regret it. Okay, these next type of tattoos, I guarantee that you will not regret, and that is physical healing tattoos and emotionally healing tattoos. Now, I know this is 2 in 1, but I feel like they're pretty closely connected, so we're gonna just roll with it. When it comes to emotionally healing tattoos, this is where you go and get a tattoo that is represented by relationships, health-related issues, addiction, and abuse. Anything that you overcame that took a toll on you emotionally. Now, I know you might be saying, why the hell would I want to get a tattoo that reminds me of a time, a bad place in my life, or that has brought me emotional pain? But just think of it this way. You can look down at that tattoo and say you overcame those things and that you are a survivor. It could represent the hard times and show that you were able to get through it, and know that bigger and better things are in your future. Like, for example, I had the pleasure of one of the subscribers on this channel reaching out to me and sharing a beautiful tattoo that they got because unfortunately at a certain time of his life, he was suicidal. But thankfully he overcame those thoughts and is thriving now. And the tattoo that he got was of a sky and like a landscape that was half daytime and half nighttime, with the quote, "Even the darker night will end and the sun will rise." He said that this tattoo helped him so much, and it's a reminder that he will never go down that path again. Now let's talk about physical healing tattoos. Now, this is a type of tattoo that could heal you in a physical sense. A tattoo that you could pretty much get that will make you feel better about something you might be self-conscious about. For example, you might have scars, stretch marks, cellulite that you might want to cover up. If you are someone that is self-conscious about having any of these types of things on your body, getting a tattoo that is not only well done but is also covering up those areas will not only make you feel a lot better about your body but also more comfortable in your skin. Getting these types of tattoos done gives you a chance to change your appearance and hide those things you want gone. Therefore, you won't regret them. Say, for example, you have scarring all over your arm. Well, then getting a sleeve tattoo will cover all that right up. You can not only look awesome, but you could also feel more confident because you are covering up that thing that has made you self-conscious. Number 5 is accomplishing a big milestone in your life. A positive milestone in your life is one you will think fondly about and hold close to your heart throughout your whole life. This makes perfect sense for a tattoo because it will make you smile with pride, and when you look down at it, you know you accomplished something you worked really hard on. This could be something like, for example, you wanted to start your own business and you finally got it up and running. Or maybe you wanted to graduate college and you want to celebrate because you were the first person in your family to do so. Or maybe you overcame a really bad fear you had and you want to get a tattoo as a reminder that you were able to go through with it. Now for me, and being a YouTuber, one of my big milestones is reaching 100,000 subscribers on EvolveINK, and I already have a tattoo planned for that sucker. Getting that tattoo will not only celebrate that milestone, but it will also be something on my body to help remind me of this amazing community that we are building. Whatever milestone you accomplished, think about how you could turn that into a design, or ask your tattoo artist. I am positive that you will not regret getting that tattoo done. Now, I recommend you checking out this video right here, and if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.